All right, welcome to the after show, Freeform Rock Podcast on YouTube. Like, subscribe, and give us a thumbs up. Mooger, man, or Shane, your name is wrong on there.
I changed it last week. Apparently, it doesn't stick. So anyway, today on the Freeform Rock Podcast, we discussed the Ozzy Osbourne guitar players, and I invited my very dear friend and brother Favio Vegas, and to have the discussion with us. And man, Favio, you were a stellar guest, dude. You had your
Yeah.
thoughts together. It was just like you and I were sitting around your kitchen table, slamming a good couple IPAs, maybe taking a couple of nice shots. Yes, sir.
Tequila.
And so it was. If this is the way, because we don't see each other nearly as much as we should these days,
Yeah.
if this is the way we can do it, I'm so happy about that. So anyway, I mean, we had a great discussion on the whole Ozzy Osbourne era. I briefly touched on how we knew each other. You know, you dearly, desperately wanted to be in Raising Cain because our original lead guitar player was heading off to college, like heading out. And Fabio knew there was a vacancy, and he was like, dude, I really want to be in Raising Cain. I was like, well, dude, you're in. I just got to clear it with everybody else. And then
Yeah, because you guys are playing metal, and I was stuck in this freaking band playing all this '90s grunge bullshit.
Yeah, well, what was the song? What was the first song you heard me playing with the band when you walked down the Luther's basement stairs? What was that song?
Mud Kicker, Skid Row.
Yes, sir.
I love that.
And you're like,
album.
I was sold. I was like, God damn, there's guys that still want to play fucking Skid Row music. I need to be in this band.
Yeah. So at this point, somehow Fabio was looking up to me, which is a joke because I was like a rhythm guitar player extraordinaire, maybe. And I came up with a lot of tasty riffs and I could play pretty good rhythm. But this motherfucker comes in, Mr. Favio Vegas, and he's just a prodigy, man. And he just knows how to like he just knows how to like fucking rip every solo you ever wanted to rip. And this is like, okay, this is the guy. He's definitely in. And then he brings in Mark McKibben, a great bass player.
No, Mark was already in. You got him first.
Did we have Mark in there first?
Yeah. No.
How did he spell his name? Was it a K or a C?
K.
Ah, fucking German. I'm a Roman. There you go.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My earphones died again. So
K is way cooler.
Yeah, so
whatever.
So anyway, Fabio comes into Raising Cain. We made amazing records, did amazing shows. We had some good times, man. That was a good time. And he pushed me to be a better musician. He pushed me to learn better things, not only in cover songs, but just in our own song. And we wrote what, 2 songs together?
Yeah, we wrote a couple together, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
And added stuff to each other's material.
Slave to Society was one I had the riff to, and then we kind of built on that.
Yeah.
And then maybe not another song we ever covered, because
I mean, that was a true collab. And then yeah, we kind of put our flavors on some of each other's stuff, I think.
Yeah, it was a good time. And in the band Oho Malo, I must say, I'm gonna toot my own horn. I brought some tasty riffs to that song, that band.
Time.
But that was in the whole time. Mark, me and you covered the Fireball Ministry album.
Oh,
that
yeah.
album rules. That one album we reviewed, that hasn't come out yet. Did that come out? Maybe it did. No, it hasn't come out yet. You know,
I don't know. But at the time, I was like kind of heavily influenced by the drop D, stoner kind of Sabbathy vibe, and you give a untalented guitar player a drop D, he can write just about fucking anything, and it's all about the groove, it's all about the vibe, and I came up with some good ones. I'm gonna say that we came up
absolutely.
It's always about the groove. Always.
Oh my
I-
god, I still jam the
That's
one.
why I don't like Slayer. They don't have a groove.
I don't know.
To me, they don't have a groove. That's just me on that shit.
Well, yeah, they do. They have a groove.
You tell me Seasons in the Abyss doesn't groove? Holy shit.
It must be Tom's vocals that just like
He is the least jarring thrash metal heavy vocal you're ever gonna hear.
I like
Yeah.
James is my favorite. James Hetfield's my favorite thrash. Then I go to Dave Mustaine, and then I go to John Bush, and then I go to fucking Joey Belladonna and Slayer. I
You
just
mean
couldn't get into.
Joey Journey Belladonna? Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a heavy vocal in his fucking soul.
But
Well,
I said John is better.
Owns it. He does such a great job.
Did I say John is better? I said John was better.
I
You're
don't know.
high.
This is
John is my favorite Anthrax, man.
This is gonna be contention between Fabio and Mark.
I
my
love
God.
John Bush and Armored Saint. I love him in
I
Anthrax.
love Armored Saint. John Bush and Anthrax is not Anthrax.
Oh God, I love Anthrax with John
I
Bush.
love Anthrax. They're one of my favorite bands of all time.
I love Joey though. I do love Joey,
but Anthrax without Joey is not Anthrax.
dude. But John
I'm
brought
not saying
that.
it's bad. It's good music, but it ain't Anthrax. It doesn't sound anything like them.
They have
It's a
the
totally
best.
different band.
They have the best Fuel song other than Megadeth, other than Metallica. I love their Fuel song off Stomp. Was 4-4, whatever
Two.
it is, 4-4-2. I love that fucking American Pompeii. I love fucking High Pro Glow. Fucking Only.
Yeah, I'm not saying those are bad albums. They're
Perfect.
good albums. They're just not.
Everything is sick. God damn, that album fucking beats any Anthrax album sound of White Noise with Joey. To me.
Well,
Yeah.
that's okay. That's okay to have your opinion, Mark, but Fabio's gonna disagree.
Well,
Yeah.
why? God damn. I love Sound of White Noise. I like Stomp. I like We Came for You All. I even like that.
Anthrax will even disagree with me because I think their best album they ever put out was State of Euphoria. That album is a masterpiece.
That is a
And
great album.
They say that it was an unfinished
They
rust.
fucking hate that record.
They
And
hate it.
it's my
I
favorite
like
one.
it though,
That-
too.
That was my Anthrax in. That was the very first record I ever heard.
Me too. Me too.
My-
And
mine
it's their
was-
best one.
Mine was the Time album with Got the Time and that those songs. That was my first Anthrax album.
And
Well, actually, my first Anthrax album was Sound of White Noise. I got into them with John Bush as I seen them on Beavis and
Oh,
Butt.
that's why you're tainted.
Yeah, but then I went back to Armored Saint. Come
Armored
on,
Saint is great.
God damn! Armored Saint is one of the most underrated bands of all fucking time. They
You're
haven't made a bad album.
Can't
They
argue.
never-
Can't argue. I don't think they needed to wear armor on stage. I mean,
Holy stuff! I saw them opening up for Wasp twice.
I saw that this last year. Yeah. it's
Yeah, I
great.
saw that, and that's the first time I got to see John Bush live. My
I saw him
God.
with Anthrax back in the day, and then I saw him.
I never got to see
Wasp.
John with Anthrax, but that's how I got in it. Well, I was into Got the Time. I was into that persistence of time. But when
That's my
I
least
saw
favorite Joey
when I
record.
saw fucking High Pro Glow and Beavis and Butt, I go, what am I gonna do? Oh no, hypocrite! I was like, fucking listen to that fucking voice. Fucking grabs you. It's like John Bush rules.
John Bush does rule, and that would be my wife's favorite version of Anthrax.
Your wife rules.
But I came in.
She's smarter
on
than that.
State of Euphoria.
I love his wife. Sorry,
Well,
Shane.
I,
Sorry,
I,
Mooger.
I know. I came in on State of Euphoria, and then I went back because I was always at the
Me
art
too.
table, my art class with a bunch of punks and skateboarders. And they're like, "Oh man, State of Euphoria now, man. You need a little fistful of metal." And
I
Spring
hate Fistful of
Keys.
Metal. I don't like that original singer.
Well,
Yeah, he's not very good.
I don't
no,
like him at all.
Neil
Fabio,
Turbin.
do you remember us at Rocklahoma after the storm hit and everything got killed? And I was standing next to a guy handing out Neil Turbin cards, and I was like, "Who's Neil Turbin?" And
He
he's like,
sucks.
"I'm fucking Neil Turbin."
That was
I
hilarious.
thought I was gonna get my ass kicked.
Neil Turbin sucks in Anthrax. That's just my opinion. God damn, I hate Neil Turbin. I like Joey Belladonna. I like the album that he came back with what was that? Fucking the zombie song. Fuck,
Worship
you gotta-
music, man. Fuck
Worship
Oh,
music
yeah.
fucking rules, man.
that's like
Phenomenal.
almost untouchable in the
I
catalog.
love worship music. I got a story about worship music. I still work at Disneyland, but I lived in Anaheim at that time. And I was fucking playing Fight It. What's the Fight It the Zombie song? I was playing it with my windows down.
You can't.
Yeah, I had the windows down and I fucking played that song, and some chicks next to me go, "Who is that?" "That's the new Anthrax, man. Worship music." And fucking that's the only other time I had fucking chicks ask me about a song when I was playing Unlawful Carnal Knowledge when I got it from Tower Records in West Covina, California.
Nice.
I got that album. I was stuck at a train track. I always had the good stereo systems in my car. Always had the 12-inch woofers. I still have a 12-inch woofer in my car now. I fucking put that in there, and they said, "Who is that? Is that the new Van Halen?" "Yeah, that's Sammy Hagar." Unlawful Carnal Knowledge, new Van Halen. They fucking turned back around and went up to Tower Records and bought the CD.
That's the first time I saw Van Halen was on that tour. So
Me
good.
too.
Yeah.
But there's a thing. I saw them at the Pacific Amphitheater in Orange County. I worked like 3 days straight, like no sleep. And I went to that show and I passed out.
Do you remember who opened for him?
I don't know who opened for them.
For us, anyways, it was Baby Animals.
I don't know. who
Australian band, I think. The chick singer, they're kind of cool, but it was very much I mean, the crowd was not into it.
I'm
Because they were
just saying,
kind of a pop rock kind of outfit.
I don't know who they had, but I passed out and then I went and saw them again, and it was amazing. The only thing I was disappointed with the Unlawful Carnal Knowledge tour is that they had that video for Runaround. They had that fucking stage that went circles. I thought they were going to have that on tour. I thought that would have
No.
been cool.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
That would have been fucking awesome. But I remember Sammy getting on top of the amps and I passed out because I was up for 3 days. And dudes, I didn't have meth. I didn't have nothing. I just had adrenaline back then. I just smoked weed. and, and I fucking passed out during that show. And I went and saw them again. It was amazing. And I saw them on the Balance. I saw them on 2004 reunion tour. And I saw the good show because I heard there's other shows that Eddie was fucking so drunk he couldn't play. But I saw that, and Wolf came out and played 316 with Eddie at Anaheim
Really?
at the Honda Center. Yeah.
Huh.
Came out and sat with him and played 316. I saw Wolf there the first time. He's a little kid. It's fucking really cool. But I did see David Lee Roth on the last reunion tour, and it was a shill of himself. He had this little freaking, what is it called? Little dance floor where he could slide around. He wasn't jumping over the fucking Alex Van Halen on the drum riser.
Well, hell no, he's not.
I saw him old, Cool in the Gang open, but you know what? It was a good show.
It was
enjoyed
great.
it.
I saw it. I've seen Dave a couple times in the reunion shows, and I love it. People like want to complain about his live vocals. You know, guess what? They weren't great in the '80s either. He sounds the same. It sounded fine. Kind of same thing with Vince Neil. You know, people bitch about him. Yeah, he sucks as a live vocalist,
but
he also sucked back in the day.
But I saw the stadium tour. Vince Neil was like, blah, blah, blah. He was like, he couldn't even sing the lyrics, dude.
But that's the way he's always been.
Really?
Yeah, I saw Motley Crue on the Dr. Feelgood tour. He was doing it back then too, when he was in great shape.
I had no idea about that. So that's a good fact.
Yeah, he's not a good live singer, and that's fine. He's a good front man. I mean, it's always a fun show. Yeah, I mean the as far as the stadium show, I was disappointed overall. But
let me kind of like stop it here, because we talk about Roth maybe not living up to what he was, but he never was. He was never a virtuoso
you see
front. He
that?
was a great front man, Mark. Just he was a great front man, but he was never a great vocalist.
Yeah.
Sammy was a much better vocalist than he was in every right.
Yeah.
And Sammy sold way more records for them than Roth ever did, but
No, he
that's
didn't.
fine.
No.
I don't know about that.
That is wrong because the first album was 10 million.
Platinum,
1984 was over 10
diamond,
million. Sammy
diamond.
never had a diamond album with
He never had a diamond album with them,
No, he
really.
had never had a diamond album with Van Halen did.
Maybe not one collective record, but how about them all?
Overall,
Strong.
Roth kicked his ass, dude.
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean, Sammy had a lot of hit singles,
right.
but as far as record sales, yeah, I don't think he
All right.
was close.
I stand mistaken.
Every
Let's-
album that 5150 was the highest selling album, every album went down for Sammy after that.
Is that right?
Even for Unlawful Carnal Knowledge?
Even for Unlawful Carnal Knowledge.
That's surprising.
Surprising, yes, it was.
Well,
Dr.
I,
Fuck
I
gave me
do
that
like
back.
I do like my Sammy, but to talk about the arena singers, it's like Dave was honestly. I mean, come on, man. He fashioned himself directly off of Jim Dandy, Black Arkansas. I mean, that's exactly
He
where
was
got.
better than Jim Dandy.
Oh,
though.
absolutely, man.
Oh
He took
God,
that-
fucking yeah.
yeah.
But even
man.
seen him recently, he's not jumping over Alex. I mean,
Yeah,
he's
true.
still a hell of a lot of fun. He's
He
still
is a lot of
man.
fun.
Heck yes, yes,
I
he
mean, I
is.
loved him.
So
Yeah,
is
man.
Sammy. I saw
Yeah.
Sammy with the circle.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
good in Vegas. Really good
Yeah.
show.
Neither one of those men are fit to be jumping off of shit, other
Yeah.
than their medicine. If they jump off their medicine, it could be
Yeah.
a bad thing.
The only thing I want to see fucking get stopped is Sammy talking shit about David, and David doesn't say shit about Sammy. So I give David credit on that. Sammy needs to shut the fuck up about Daily Roth and just enjoy your era, man.
Although he
What?
did extend an invite to him to come sing on any of his upcoming shows this summer, and
But then he
Roth
said it
"Let's
was-
do it."
But then he said he was misunderstood because David accepted. And
Right?
Sammy goes, "No, I didn't mean it that way."
Yeah.
That's just
I didn't
fucking-
hear the
that's
rebuttal. I just heard
stupid.
Dave
That's
saying,
just
"Yeah, let's
stupid.
go."
So that was a rebuttal by Sammy. He said, "I didn't mean you to come on every show."
Oh wow!
Well, you know what? I think that would be a blast, to be
It
honest with you.
would.
Yes.
I miss the Sam and Dave tour. I would like to see that. I'm gonna
I
say
missed it.
one of the best concerts I ever seen was on the Skyscraper tour. Even
Oh.
Billy Sheenan wasn't there at the fucking Forum again. The Forum rules. There's a lot of iconic shows of that fucking Led Zeppelin. Like a lot of shows of that fucking venue. That was the first concert I ever seen was RO Speedwagon Wheels of Turning at the Forum. I've seen so many shows after that. Rush. So many shows there. But fucking Brian Adams, I seen him there. I seen the Hooters, which is a great band, and everybody.
Oh, I love them.
The Hooters rule, right?
Yeah, good stuff.
God,
doesn't
and we
like that?
dance.
Come
The
on.
And we
Hooters
danced.
on the wave of the Russian romance. And fucking the second album, which had fucking Johnny B. They went dark on that album, fucking One Way Home. God dang, they didn't fucking go to pop. They fucking evolved their sound, which
Yeah.
fucking made me respect that band. But
Yeah, good
I'm
stuff.
just gonna say Daily Roth on the Skyscraper tour was amazing, even though I didn't see Billy Shannon. I did see Steve Vai.
Yeah.
He did California Girls. Well, he did a song and then he had a boxing ring in the middle where he was like boxing.
Nice.
And then he surfed over the audience doing California Girls.
That's
Which is
awesome.
fucking amazing. I had a shirt which said every girl's dream, every boyfriend's nightmare from that tour. I fucking wish I had that shirt. That was so Daily Roth.
Yeah.
I get it. Daily Roth has the mojo. Sammy Hagar is just a singer.
And a good guitar player in his own right.
Yeah.
But
Sammy
but
can.
I will say this: like, if you're gonna look at the Van Halens, who had the better front man, Roth, without question.
Oh, Roth
Um,
without Christian is the
yeah,
better
yeah,
front
yeah.
man.
But
Yeah.
Sammy, I'm sorry, but why can't this be love?
Inside. I like Inside.
Dreams, any of these
Ah,
songs?
I love Inside. He takes a stab at Daily Roth on that song,
that
man.
song sucks.
I love that song. He said went out and bought some brand new shoes, like I walk like someone else. Hey, I love that fucking song. Inside. I love that song. It's a fucking cool, fucking cheesy song. I fucking love it.
well, I love both, and people will find it hard to believe that I can like the Roth era and the Hagar era for
Yeah, right.
completely, and
Well,
not
I
for
feel like I
completely.
love them both equally. I feel like you're heavily Sammy over Dave. Every time we talk about Dave, it seems like you bitch more about him than not.
I don't know, man. I mean,
I think the 6-pack with David Lee Roth is amazing, but I like the album Sammy did with Van Halen. I listen to
Yeah, I
them
love them both.
equally. I love them both, but I think Sammy had a better solo career than David. That's just my opinion.
well, David doing what he's doing these days, and I think he did amazing things on his own and solo career for sure. But any more of the things he's releasing, this song was
Well,
shit.
well, as you can see, I find Eat 'Em and Smile to be one of the greatest albums of all
That is
time.
the greatest Van
And
Halen album that was never released. I agree with that. I think that I will agree that is better than 5150. Although I love 5150,
I mean,
that is a fucking Van Halen album right there.
absolutely not.
What?
There's no Van
Woo!
Halen on
Let's
there.
go.
No, but that is better than 5150.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
You think so?
sure. But
I
well,
know
I love
so.
51. I love 5150, but even
I do
Smile
too.
and that band that he assembled there, I mean, I can't think of anything that could match up to it. Maybe Mr. Big.
Mr.
Uh,
Big rules.
I mean, yeah, maybe Mr. Big, but I mean, the caliber of that band is it's hard to top. Billy
Dude,
Sheehan, Steve Vai, Greg Bissonette.
I got pictures with at Rockin' Pod with Eric Martin, and that was fucking amazing. I went up and told Eric Martin, I'm so sad your drummer died, man. I love that dude.
Pat Torpy. Yeah.
Pat Torpy. And he said, come here, man. He gave me a fucking hug. And it's like I have that vinyl too. I have Eat 'Em and Smile. I have
There
all
we
the
go.
Van Halen albums. I have all the Sammy on vinyl.
Signed by Billy Sheehan, by the way.
Billy Sheehan rules, dude.
Yes.
I like anything Billy Sheehan has done. I like Winery Dogs.
Oh,
Winery
fuck
Dogs is
yeah.
fucking
Yeah,
amazing.
man.
Even the thing he did, what was that other band he did with that one fucking singer was Ingve?
Jeff
Palace?
Shot Soto.
Jeff Scott Soto. He did a band with him. And I have that band too. I can't remember it right now, but fucking Billy Sheehan is amazing. Fucking one of the bass player, one of my favorite bassists of all time. I put Geddy Lee on top, Jalpon Jones second, and Billy Sheehan in third.
Well, I met Billy Sheehan a couple of times at the Rockin' Pod.
Asshole.
There's never a better. I just in a lobby out the bar, and I'm just hey man, how you doing? And I wasn't asking for an autograph. I wasn't fanboying out. And this was one of the nicest guys I've ever met that are in the music industry. There was no barrier between us. We're just hanging out, just talking music. And he was very interested in what I had to say, and I was interested in what he had to say, and we shook hands. We did a shot, we moved on. Well, he didn't. I did. I don't think he drinks. But the other nicest guy I ever met was Eric Martin from Mr.
Fuck
Big.
yeah!
Yeah.
We were
And
there. You came
yeah.
up. That's the first time I met you. I'm the Mooger Fooger.
So I rolled up to the bar and there's Eric Martin. I was like, hey, Eric. And he's like, hey. I was like, what are you drinking? And he was like, scotch. And I was like, on the rocks with soda. What do you want? He's like, yeah, just give me scotch on the rocks. You got it. I ordered Eric Martin a drink. We toasted and we went back to the show. So yeah,
My son Tyler said he met him at Sweetwater when he did a thing I don't know, a couple months ago or something, and he said he was
absolutely.
pretty hammered when he met him.
I love Eric
he gets
Martin,
fucking
man.
lit, man. He got lit.
Dude,
Yeah.
dude, we will be, I'm promising you this freeform rock podcast will be at Rock and Pod 2025. We will have a table. Each guest will have their own fucking mic so we could hear their fucking shit.
Bob, you got to come down, man. It's in Nashville. It's not too far from Indy.
Yeah, I've been there. It's not a bad drive.
Yeah, you could be on with us, dude. We'll just fucking bring you on. We'll get guests. Fucking, we need to do this, man. We need to get the Rocket Pod. I love Chris Sinzak and Aaron Camaro. They fucking rule. And fucking, what's that band? That Dawn band?
Huh?
Who?
That Dawn band that Justin Bookgeek is promoting right now. Andy Rodriguez from Black Spinner Circle gave me their fucking video. Agents of the Dawn?
Oh, I don't
Not
know.
familiar.
Not
Oh,
ringing the bill with me, man.
Nah, well, keep talking, Mooger. I'll find it.
Anyway, Fabio. So when we talk Coheed, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you've got your picture in the back. You've
Yeah.
got show your tattoo.
I got a couple. I probably can only get one of them in here, but well, this is actually the same as the picture behind me. But
Yeah, there it is. Afterman.
I got another one
Ascension
up
and
here, but I'm
Descension.
not going to take my sweatshirt off right now.
That's okay.
You're the black
So-
rainbow.
What's
I
wrong with you?
remember
Why don't you have the Starman by Rush?
That'd be
Come
kinda
on, man. Come on, a Starman by Rush, even though it's a naked ass. But it was Dawn of the Rising.
Oh, they're good. They're very
Yeah,
good.
they're
Yeah.
really good. Their new album's coming out pretty
And
soon,
Fab,
man.
you wouldn't have heard them. They're independent. You probably wouldn't have heard them unless they were listening to a podcast. So,
Okay.
Yeah. Dawn of the Rising is pretty good. And this Wednesday, I think him and Al Horton on Black Spitter Circle are gonna have Dawn of the Rising doing Ozzy or Black Sabbath shit. So that's pretty cool. Dawn of the Rising is pretty cool, man. They're pretty like our age making like metal. Fucking cool. I'll send you the
Nice.
video, Fabio, so you
Yeah.
can check them out. But
Yeah, sounds
fuck,
good.
man. Alec, did we talk about Rush? Alex Lyson said that he doesn't want to do any touring anymore, man.
well, I think Russ said that they would be open for one-off shows with guest drummers.
And then what is that guy from Tool? Tony Carey said he's gonna
Dana
play
Carey.
with Alex Lyson soon. I'm like, eh. You know, I'm
Dana
happy
Carey-
that Mike Portnoy went back to Dream Theater. So
Yeah, that's great.
that's fucking awesome.
I hope to catch that because I've seen them a couple times, but never with Portland.
I never got to see Dream Theater, dude, or Portnoy live, dude. He's
Yeah.
one of my favorite all-time drummers beside Neil Peart. You know,
Everyone's worried about what was his name? Mangini?
Mangini.
Nick
He made a
Mangini, yeah.
solo album. He made a solo album.
Well,
Oh, just now?
Yeah, he's going back. He's gonna. I mean, come on, man. He had like a PhD in this shit, so he'll be fine. He'll be fine where he goes.
Oh,
Portnoy did amazing things aside from Dream Theater. I love the Winery Dogs. But his home, man, his home is sitting with Petrucci.
yes.
And sitting there.
You know, well, you know how
But the
that
writing
happened.
was on the wall. The writing was on the wall when Portnoy was starting to do the
Petrucci
solo
tour.
records with Petrucci and
Yeah.
everything. Come on. It's only a matter of time before they reconnected. And as long as somebody doesn't take the power trip in the band, I think it'll be okay.
Well, Jordan Rudeness made a fucking awful fucking Dream Theater album with Mike Mangini. What was that? The thing with the robots. That was a fucking horrible Dream Theater album.
You talking about the double album?
The double album is fucking horrible. It's like,
I liked it, and I saw that tour, and they played the whole thing. And
oh god.
I mean, That was actually the first time I saw him,
That's
and
a
it
fucking
was a little
horrible.
disappointing to not hear anything else but that album. But it was a great show. I love the album. I've seen him since then and enjoyed seeing the full catalog.
What
when he
album
played,
do we
but
speak of, friends?
I don't know what album it is. I have them here,
Five?
dude. I will find it in a second. Give me a second.
Favio?
Well, while
Please
he's
tell me.
looking for that, I quickly want to just backstep to Portnoy and some of his other projects. One of my favorite projects, definitely my favorite project of his was Flying Colors.
Oh,
Flying
god
Colors
damn.
rules.
They put out a couple albums that were so good. I mean,
So good.
aggressive but melodic, good songs, accessible to any listener, but with
Did he
great
have-
musicianship.
Yeah.
I want
Did
to
he have
say
a
with,
band called
Neil Morse or something.
Transatlantic or something?
What's that?
Transatlantic? Transatlantic? Or...
Was
I
that
don't
the
know.
album? That was one of his other projects, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, good stuff. But yeah, I think that Flying Colors, that was great. I'm trying to remember who all was in there. I want to say Neil Morse was probably part
I
of
think
it.
he
and-
was in that band. I have that on digital. Really
Yeah.
cool band, man. I like anything Mike does, but there was an album with it was like with the fucking robot shit. I need to find it. Keep
Savio,
going,
tell him
guys.
what it is.
I don't remember the name of it either. I have to
Oh,
look to-
come on.
It must be
make-
a horrible album.
make
if You don't
Shane bring up
remember
the
the name
rear.
of it. You know, I got a friend named Chris Elo who's going, I know that album. I know that album. Oh man. God, what it was that album with the raw. God dang, what was that fucking album, man? It's pissing me off. My fucking phone is fucking up right now.
Well, the double album was The Astonishing.
Oh, god dang. I hate that album. I think that was it. That
The
was the one where they
Astonishing, that's what you're thinking of right there.
the
Yeah.
astonishing is horrible. God
And I
damn.
forgot that, and I forgot that isn't the first time I saw him. The first time I saw him was on Octavarium, which was amazing.
Octavarium is a fucking great album.
Yeah,
That 21-minute song of Octavarium.
yeah,
Fucking amazing song. And then they did Black Clouds and Silver Linings, which was the last album with Mike on there.
right.
And they did a deluxe edition where they did all these fucking cover songs. Fucking cool too.
What do you
Oh,
guys think
Have you
about
ever listened
Dixie's
to any of
Overtime?
ever live albums, like when they did Master of Puppets? And,
Yeah, great. Or
but they did Rush too,
Iron
didn't
Maiden.
they?
They did Iron Maiden, Number of the Beast too.
Right, yeah.
Fucking dude, but they did a live album with Mike Machini live at Luna. It's fucking really fucking good too. Great fucking live album.
Yeah,
Dream
no doubt.
Theater has never put out a bad live album.
Yeah,
It's like it's sad. Mike Machini was good because he was on that Extreme album. What was that Extreme album he's on? The last one before they did six.
Six?
The last one before they did six.
Oh,
Uh,
Saudage de Rock.
No, that was the new drummer. So it was the one before that was called
Waiting for the punchline.
Waiting for the Punchline.
Oh, you're talking pre-reunion. Okay.
That was a great album.
Was Mangini on that?
Mangini was on that album, dude.
Come on. That was way too simple drumming for Mangini.
Yeah,
Oh,
for sure.
dude. When you wait at the last of the song, the last of the album, it has like a big, like they had an Easter egg on it. The song, the title track said, "Why did the chicken go across the road to wait to the other side? I'm just waiting for the punchline."
That's waiting for the punchline. You got it.
Extreme. Like in There Is No God on that album.
That's a
Fucking
great song.
rules. Fucking
Yeah.
Gary Sharon just fucking screams as a
That's my next show lined up, February 7th, I think. Coming
that's
up
my
here.
next show too. February 24th up there in the
Nice.
desert. I get to see them in living color.
Yeah, same here.
I haven't seen living color since the Steel Wheels tour by the Rolling Stones, where they called out. I was
Oh,
at the
wow.
show where they called out Guns N' Roses for being unprofessional.
That's hilarious.
I was at that show, man.
Yeah, I've seen them a few times, but it's been in the last decade or so. It wasn't back in the day like that. They're a
And
great live band.
I
Vernon
love
Reed, holy
Extreme.
shit.
It's like what I said on BS Sessions this week. When's the last time you heard about people talking about a guitar solo?
Hmm.
This is the
Oh
first time
yeah,
we heard people talk about a guitar solo for Nuno on
everybody. Yeah,
Rise.
yeah,
This is the
everybody.
first time people were fucking losing their shit over a fucking guitar solo was Nuno in Rise.
Absolutely, it's incredible. That whole album. I mean, it's really diverse,
It is.
but for me, it's like it's Nuno's probably his best work in his whole entire career, front to back.
I love Saudis to Rock.
Yeah,
I
that
love
was
everything
everything's
they've
great.
done.
Yeah, everything's
Every
great.
there's not a bad. There's a couple songs here. Like I don't like the Frank Sinatra thing on Porno Graffiti, you know, or at the end of Three Sides. But that band is gave me they are like fucking Queen. They do whatever the fuck they want to play, and they don't care about what you think about it.
Yeah,
And people give them so much shit.
Put
they
music
pull it
together
off.
that you like and it makes you happy. And if everyone else likes it, that's just a bonus. That's just a bonus.
But the thing is, people make fun of Extreme so fucking much. I think it's only because
Who?
Gary Sharon, a
Ooh,
lot of people in our group, in
ooh.
our freeform and BS sessions, make fun of Gary Sharon so fucking much. Have you heard Hurt Smile? Have you heard Exit Elvis? Have you heard this guy could do a lot of shit? He even does a Who cover band. Just because he looks like a dork dancing and shit, but he fucking puts on a good show. Daily Roth didn't look like a dork. My God. Jeez. God,
Everyone
Gary,
the internet makes it so easy to hate.
I don't know why
Internet makes
people
it
hate
so easy to
Gary
hate.
so much. I don't understand it. Yes, I did listen to Van Halen 3 and then listen to it for 20 years later because it pissed me off. It did not sound like Van Halen. I was pissed about Sammy leaving the band. And then I listened to 20 years later, I'm watching the movie Lethal Weapon 3. I hear Fire in a Hole from Van Halen. Fuck, that song rules. Like, there's a fire. And I start listening to the only bad song on that fucking whole album is fucking Eddie singing lead vocals.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
It's pretty rough. I like your puppy, man. Mooger. But fuck, man, I don't understand the extreme Gary Sharon hate. Is like the Van Halen. Everybody who hates anybody after Dave Lee Roth and Van Halen hates everybody after David Lee Roth. That's all. And Gary Sharon even said that album wasn't fucking fixed. We recorded it quick, but on tour, we made those songs better.
Yeah, I was super excited when I heard he was going to be the next singer, but
Me too.
and then I heard the album and I was like, oh man, it's just not good. But apparently they have a whole nother album that they wrote that was fucking killer, and it just never happened. It
Well,
never got recorded and put out.
according to like Michael Anthony, is like they always recorded live in the studio, all of the band in one room. Let's knock it out. And this producer was like, nope, you're out, you're out. Eddie's playing bass on this, you're not, and everything.
Well, this is a fucking TV music producer.
Right. And he
It
had
wasn't
no
a
right.
record producer, man.
They were trying to just make it an MTV album, and it didn't happen. And I feel bad for Gary because they were pushing him beyond his range on some of these songs. You know, they were trying to Show Me What Love Can Do. Wasn't that the song from 3?
The Show Me Love
Mhm.
Could Do was on
Mighty show me
balance.
what love
That was on
is.
balance.
That's
Yeah.
balance. Yeah. Don't tell me
Fire
about
in the Hole,
Oh, that was
Without
on
You,
balance.
Without
What was the
You,
first
Without You
single?
is the
What was
big.
the first single from 3?
Without You.
Okay. So it sounds
Yeah, that was
like
high.
Sharon was really pushing his vocal.
I
on
like that song now.
It's a good song.
It's a good song.
it is a great song, but I think he was pushing his vocal. I'm like, I remember even looking over the Jana when that was on, and we were in our apartment or wherever we were in this grunge era, and I was like, and I'm like, God damn, they're pushing him to be Sammy Hagar. They're pushing him to be David Lee. You know, it's like this. This isn't good, man. I hadn't even heard the full record. It hadn't even been released yet. It was just a video, and I'm like, this probably isn't going to be good.
You know, it didn't sit well with me back then, but 20 years later, I'm like, there's a lot of good songs on this album. And I'm like, this album is so underrated. Eddie is playing his ass off. Gary maybe singing over his level, but it's not a bad album.
It's not a bad album.
It's been a
No,
long time since I listened to it. I have to
it's
go back
like
to it.
it took me 20 years to revisit it. But I'm like, oh, this is not a bad album. But yeah, I was like excited because I love Extreme.
Yeah, I
I
thought
love
it'd be a
Van
perfect
Halen.
mix.
I thought it'd be a perfect mix because I think
And
Gary
he
would
has that
do,
Sammy Hagar vibe with his vocal style.
and he could do the highs, the what from Daily Roth. And I'm just like, when they went on that tour, he played a lot of old Roth songs too. He did both eras, which is a perfect mix, which
Sammy refused to do.
Sammy did 3 songs with him, like
Panama and Jump and
Panama and
Talk About
Jump
Love.
and Talking About Love. That's it. But you know, David didn't do shit by Sammy. So there
Right.
you go.
Yeah, not a single song.
Not a single song by Sammy. You know, at least Sammy did songs by David.
Begrudgingly.
Big Rush. I do have the show right here. But you got Van Halen live without a net.
Oh, that's
I love
5150.
5150. I love this fucking DVD.
That's great. Yeah.
I had it on VHS also. So I always break that out.
I had it dubbed from MTV on VHS.
Damn.
I recorded it off of
Do
MTV.
you like
That.
Yes, the Trevor Rabin version?
Yeah, sure.
Do you remember
Yeah, they got good stuff.
the 215 concert they put out and on
Yeah.
VHS? I think Trevor played the leads better than Steve Hell on Starship Trooper.
Huh. I don't know that I haven't seen that live video.
All right, man. I think you guys need to go now. Any final thoughts, Mooger?
Well, I want to thank for welcoming Fabio into our discussion or our kind of crazy roundhouse of discussion, but that is what we always did. So I love having Fabio back in my table where I can take a toast.
Nice.
And Mark, thank you for being
Cheers.
open. And I love that. So it's been a fun day, man. So I'm gonna say that for the Freeform Rock Podcast, good night.
All right, Fabio, any final thoughts, man?
Just had a good time today. Yeah, good time talking with both of you. It's a pleasure meeting you, Mark, and hope we can talk again soon.
All right, man. Shane, Mooger, bring him on any time with your fucking episodes. I will ask him for my episodes because he has a lot of great information, man. Remember, like, share, and subscribe on the Freeform YouTube podcast. YouTube, and also check us out on audio podcast, man. Apple Podcasts, Podbean, Podchaser, whatever. Give us a 5-star review. I'm a little drunk and high. Let's get the fuck out of here. Later, guys.
See ya.
Later. Bye.
Peace.
Peace.